Hey gamers, I'm here for another top 5. This is top 5 expansions. I don't have these in order, but I know that these are the 5 expansions I will always play with, if that makes any sense. And some of them are no-brainers, I think, but some of them may surprise you. So what are the 5 expansions I will always play with? Well, first off is Stone Age. Stone Age has something, I think it's just called the expansion, and I will always play with it. I love how it adds just extra layers of things like the jewelry, the 2-for-1, the trading post and everything. Those things are really cool. It just expands that game to give you a little bit more choices. And everyone goes for the bones, the jewelry stuff. Everyone goes for those extra bonus collectible. To get that bonus card, pay those bones. People go for that. And collecting, when you get your crop up, food becomes not as important, but you still go to the forest to get bones to trade for certain things. And then getting that trade token up is really cool too, because then you start trading for better items to get those bigger huts. So that is one that I will always play with. I love Stone Age, but I also will never play it without the expansion. Another one, this kind of sounds weird, but I've noticed that every time we play Formula D is a race car game, and it's really awesome, but we always play it with the expansions. There's a lot of expansion tracks there, and we do the base track too, but we just race all of them. And that's what makes the game so fun for us. We won't race the same track twice when we bring it out. And when we bring it out, we play like 4 or 5 tracks, maybe even 6 at a time, just because we're just running through the different expansion tracks. That's why I really wish this would have an expansion, because every time we race a different track, we'll bring it out, we'll play it back to back. We bring this to the beach and play it back to back to back all the time. And all of the tracks are just so much fun, and there's different strategies involved, and it keeps the game fresh. And I absolutely love that. So every time we bring out Formula D, we're going to race on those expansion tracks. The other one I have down here is Fresco. I think I told you this. I'm done playing the base game. I used to play the base game. No, sir, not anymore. I've got to play Fresco, and it's got to have those expansions. Personally, I like all the expansions. I only got to do that once, but in our last game, I added just a few because I didn't want to overwhelm people. But I do want to play it where we get all those expansions again. In fact, when the newest set of expansions come out for it, I'm going to play all those too. I cannot wait. But playing Fresco, Plain Jane, never again. I got to have those expansions. Absolutely love them. The next one I have to mention is something that I think board gamer knows. I will never play Viticulture without Tuscany. Tuscany is a fantastic expansion. I think everyone knows this. Tuscany just elevates the game. I played Viticulture the Plain Jane way once, and then when I played with Tuscany, I was like, this is the better version. I'm never going back. And like I said, I think that's a given for most board game fans. And then finally, you guys know it, with Twilight Imperium, especially with 3, since the 4th edition, as of this video, does not have an expansion yet, I will always play with the expansions, everything. We empty out all the toys in the toy chest for TI3, and it is marvelous. And we've been playing TI3 a lot this year until this gets an expansion. But playing with all the expansions, that is the way to go with TI3 for me. Anyway, those are my favorite board game expansions, the ones that I will never play without. What are some board game expansions you will never play without? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.